Okay, little update. I finally have a little project for the Grand National. I know I really haven't put a lot of time into it, but went ahead and bought fender vent louvers. So I cut the hole out on the passenger side. I still got to do the driver's side, which I will record that, so you get to see that at least. But here, just a quick little mock-up. I got to paint them. I know can just leave them this color, but I want them paint to match, and then get the double-sided tape on the back. But pretty happy with the placement on it. Just got to do the driver's side, button them up, be good to go. And then also got some 1.5-inch drop springs from BMR. Just the front right now, because I'm pretty happy with the way the rear sits currently. Okay, I'm gonna finally do something to the Grand National. I bought a set of BMR 1.5-inch drop springs. Already started. I took the shock off just because I had the car on jack stands, just to keep the tires off the concrete for the winter. Alright, I'm probably going to be disappointed on how much it actually drops, which I may trim it, I'm not sure. But I'll just have to do all the work over again by removing the coil. But this is my driver's side coil. It actually busted off, so it was already sitting a little bit lower. And that's my passenger side coil, along with one of my new BMR coils. So driver's side's already done. This is my passenger side. Working alone, so it's kind of hard to film. I know I could set it up with a tripod and do a time lapse, but I'm just kind of doing a little bit of work and then checking back. Alright, just buttoned up the passenger side. I don't know how much you can actually see. Hold on. So got the BMR spring in there. New sway bar links while I was at it. Just got to put the tire on. And moment of truth, see how much I actually got for a drop. I don't know if you noticed, the shocks are not in. I ordered those and those are not here yet. So right now we're just going for a check in the height, not really the shocks, which I'm not really driving this anytime soon. It's winter time here in Michigan. But yeah, we'll go ahead and see where we're at. Well, all that work for about a 1/2 inch. Kind of disappointing. I know I told myself in the beginning if I was unhappy with the height, I would take it all back out and cut the spring down, but I don't feel like doing that today, so as of right now, I got about a 1/2 inch drop on it. So it is what it is. At least I have a stiffer spring. Be able to handle a little better, especially once I finish doing other upgrades that are in store. But that's it. Okay, after I went ahead and installed the BMR 1.5 inch drop coils, it really only dropped it maybe a 1/2 inch. And it's a little uneven, so today I'm gonna pull the coils back out. I'm gonna chop just a tiny bit off of them, and I'm gonna check, make sure they're sitting in correctly into the seat. If not, or I mean if they are sitting correctly, then I'll just take a tiny bit more off the driver's side, because it's about a 1/4 inch higher on the driver's side. So here's where I'm at right now. This is passenger side. and driver side. So it's a little bit higher. Okay, now I'm going to cut the spring. I'm going to measure it first, and because of positioning of the spring on the control arm, you know, it's more in the middle of the control arm, and then you got your spindle, which will stick out. So because of that, if you take a 1/2 inch off the spring, should take about 1 inch off the total ride height. So I'm probably going to do a 1/2 inch here, and maybe just a little over 1/2 inch on the passenger side. So guess I'm gonna go ahead and mark it. First you want to get your overall length, or height I guess. Flat on the ground, I'm at 13 even. So you want to spin it until you get to 12.5. Right here. So probably about 1/3 of a coil. Maybe a little more than 1/3. And that's passenger side. Put a P on there, so I remember. Driver side. Well, you know, I'm gonna double check, but it's not really a given that every spring is the exact same. Okay, we're at 13. So I'm gonna go just below 12.5. That's closer to a 1/2 on that one, 1/2 a coil. So now I'm going to go ahead and cut. Okay, I went ahead and did the driver's side. That's done. Chopped the spring, painted the end of it so it wasn't bare metal. New sway bar length, and I did pull the whole sway bar off. Put a little bit of grease in the bushings. That way, hopefully, I can get rid of the squeaking noise that I have. It was really noticeable when I was driving, so wanted to take care of that while I had everything torn passenger side, get this done. It's a little better. Hopefully I got some footage on my GoPro, at least a time lapse. But not a huge difference, but it's noticeable to me. I'm happy with it. Okay, it wasn't a huge project, but at least I did something finally to my car. Got it lowered. I'm gonna get measurements, but I'd say it's probably about inch, maybe an inch and a half, I don't know yet. And definitely some progress. So, like I said, I already cut the fenders out. I just gotta paint the louvers, and well, I cut this fender out. I'll show you when I do the driver's side, but as of right now, that's it. Thanks for watching.